So I got the latest rom-com movie starring Kevin James, and this is not a Happy Madison film. Let's just bring that up. What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is OCD Movie Reviews. My name is Owen the Break Cat, and today I'm going to review the latest rom-com film, Solo Mio. This movie is produced by Angel Studios, and this movie is directed by Daniel and Charles Kinnane, and this movie stars Kevin James. Left heartbroken in Rome after a wedding disaster, a stranded groom finds his ruined honeymoon transformed by a determined local and a few meddling travelers, proving that sometimes heartbreak is only the beginning. So I got the latest rom-com movie starring Kevin James, and this is not a Happy Madison film. Let's just bring that up. It's not a Happy Madison film. It's a film that's produced by Angel Studios, who have done some religious movies. So I went into this film literally not knowing what to expect, because I love Kevin James. I think he's an excellent comedian. He is really hilarious, like in The King of Queens, and he's been in a lot of Happy Madison movies with Adam Sandler. I always find Kevin James a very likable comedian, even though most of his movies aren't really the best. Kevin James seems pretty likable in interviews and stuff, and he's actually really hilarious. And I've only seen the trailers of this movie once, thinking, okay, this is a really interesting concept. A guy that's going on a honeymoon basically by himself. It's a very interesting concept to tag along with. And I gotta say, guys, before I watched this movie, I had a really terrible day at work. I was in a very bad mood, and I was thinking, you know what? I want to check out a movie. So I decided to see Solo Mio that day. And I walked into this film literally not knowing what to expect, except that I'm just feeling moody and I just want to see a movie to cheer myself up. And I'm not going to lie, guys. Walking out of Solo Mio, I was smiling. I had a really huge smile to my face because this film is a very sweet film. Is this film anything like memorable or anything? No. But as a rom-com film, I think this is a very enjoyable rom-com film. It did all the things that I feel like a rom-com film should have done. And I gotta say, Kevin James in this film is actually really good in this film. I think this is definitely one of his better performances that I've seen him in a while. You easily feel very sympathy for Kevin James in the film, what happened with his fiancée and him going on this honeymoon in Rome alone. It's a really heartbreaking concept, so it's really easy to feel very sympathy for Kevin James in this film, and I thought he does a really good job in the film because most of this film is about getting through this heartbreak, but also moving on with your life and enjoying yourself in life. I think those themes in the film really works well in this film. And I gotta say, I really love the chemistry between Kevin James and this woman that he meets named Gia in the film. I love their chemistry in this film because it doesn't feel corny. It doesn't feel like, this is like a corny Nicholas Sparks rom-com movie, It doesn't feel like that. Their chemistry does feel very natural in this film. And every time they are together, I'm not gonna lie, I was smiling throughout because I thought their chemistry is really well done in this film. And it goes in ways that, you would expect when it comes to a movie like this. He meets this woman and, he's trying to get through this heartbreak and then he's slowly falling in love with this woman. It's one of those rom-coms that you know exactly how it's going to play out. But you can't help loving their chemistry in this film. And every time they're doing scenes together, you can smile because their chemistry just felt so natural in this film. And I'm not gonna lie, this movie made me want to go to Rome because Rome looks beautiful in this film. There are some beautiful shots when it comes to this film of Rome that made me think, you know what? If I feel like I want to have time off, I definitely want to go to Rome. It looks really beautiful in the film. And this film is also really hilarious. This is actually one of the funniest films that I've seen this year. There are so many great comedic aspects in this film, especially with Kim Goat in this film, who plays one of the travelers that's in his own honeymoon in the film. I thought his character is completely hilarious in the film. There are so many great one-liners that he presents in the film, and he also has a really good chemistry with Kevin James in the film. But this film does a good job of balancing comedy with drama right. There are some really good tensional emotional scenes. Not emotional scenes where you're like, oh my god, this is really dark or anything. It has its heart emotional scenes where you're like, oh no, that's not good, and then it goes all happy and all that stuff. Like I said, this movie is predictable. You know exactly what's going to happen within it, but you just can't help but smile throughout this story. And it's not because I walked out of this film saying I have a bad day and this movie absolutely cheers me up. I wanted to be critical about this film, but I could not help it walking out of this film going, this is actually a very sweet good time, and if you love rom-com movies like this, I would suggest go see Solo Mio. It's a very simple, but also a very enjoyable and very sweet, endearing rom-com film that I feel like all rom-commers should definitely check out this film. I think this is even a really good date film. If you want to take your date out, go see Solo Mio. I think it's a very good time. It's a pretty simple review because literally this movie pulls the punches of a rom-com film, and I think it did it so right. And you root for Kevin James to not just fall in love with this woman, but also basically learning what heartbreak means and basically moving on with his life. And I think this movie tackles on those themes really freaking well. Overall, guys, Solo Mio really surprised me. I was so glad that I saw this film. I think this is a very sweet, endearing rom-com film, and I think Kevin James is really good in this film. He is so charming in this film, and his chemistry with this waitress he met, Gia, is really sweet in the film. I really do love their chemistry together. There are some really good natural bits when it comes to the chemistry, and I thought every time they're on screen together, it's beautiful. There are some great comedic moments. There are some sweet, endearing, romantic moments that I walked out of this film going, you know what, it made me feel good about myself. It made me feel good that I saw this film and kind of teaching me lessons that I feel like I am not going to learn yet. And it makes me definitely want to go to Rome. Like, after watching this film, I definitely want to go to Rome after that because the place looks beautiful. The movie makes you think, yeah, Rome is absolutely beautiful. And there are some good celebrity cameos in this movie too. I'm not going to tell you the celebrity cameos, you need to find out in this film. I would say for Solo Mio, I wouldn't say to rush to see this film, but definitely check it out. So guys, that is my review for Solo Mio. Let me know what you think of this film in the comments below. Do you like the film, hate the film, or you thought it's okay? Just let me know in the comments below. Make sure you guys follow me on social media links down below. Keep contact with me, and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel. Notify for my latest movie reviews and other movie related content. Thank you guys so much for watching, and have a nice day.